And we are recording by the looks of it, rocking the Atomics gym pants today. I haven't worn these for a while actually. I think I wore them, holy shit, I've got so much congestion tonight, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Must have eaten something that didn't really agree with me. Don't know what it was though, because I've just been eating my usual foods. Maybe it was the Greek yogurt. Probably Greek yogurt. Yeah. Haven't worn these pants since not long after moving to Thailand actually. I think I wore them once or twice and that was it. Just too hot, but I'm starting to, I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm starting to acclimatise a little bit. I'm starting to handle the heat here a little bit better. Which I mean, the silver lining to it is when I go back to Australia, I'm not going to get hot anymore, at least initially. Because I used to find I'd get too hot and sweaty in Australia. And when I came here, I was like, you could imagine I was dying when I first started training at the gym here, but slowly getting better, slowly acclimatising, whatever the fuck you want to call it, to the weather here. So it's a pool session tonight, because obviously, like I said in the previous video, I've restructured my training. I'm no longer doing the chest side delts, back rear delts, arms, legs, push, and then pull plus legs. I'm just doing a traditional legs, push, pull, or I should say push, pull, legs, rest, repeat. So 6 days, basically push, pull legs twice a week with one rest day, separating each week of training from the next. So this is pull session number 2, a little bit lower in volume. I've got one rear delt exercise, 3 or 4 sets I believe, I have to double check when I get in there. One rear delt exercise, I've got 2 back exercises and 2 biceps exercises, so a bit of a shorter one, which is good because the one earlier in the week is slightly higher in volume, and I only just really started feeling like I was recovering fully from that yesterday. So if I was to do another massive pull session today, I don't think I'd be recovered in time for the first pull session next week. So it's kind of good that this is a little bit of a lower volume week, or a little bit of a lower volume session I'm in. So yeah, EALs are all mixed stuff. Time to basically just get in there and train, but it's been a pretty productive day, not gonna lie. I woke up a little bit earlier than I usually do. I got my morning fasted cardio done, got all my daily steps done. Went into a bunch of video calls I had scheduled. I had a couple of just consultations that were booked through the website. Because if you didn't know, you don't have to just hire me for coaching. I also offer one-stop consultations through the website. You have to pay for them, obviously. I've got a 30-minute, 60-minute, and a 90-minute option, where we can just kind of like go through everything, like go over any questions you might have. Usually if you're wanting to just cover something like training or nutrition or supplementation, aka supplementation, then a 30-minute to 60-minute consult will usually suffice. But if you're wanting to cover all 3 areas, like training, nutrition and supplementation / recovery, then usually you probably want to book a 90-minute or at the very least a 60-minute consult. But yeah, they're available to book if you do want to book those, anyone watching. But if not, obviously you do also offer coaching, and that's usually what I spend most of my time doing. But I do the odd handful of consultations each week, and I had a couple on today. Also had a business meeting, I guess we would call it, informal business meeting while I was doing my cardio. I was on a video call with somebody, a friend of mine, about something business related back in Australia. And yeah, that's pretty much how my morning went. Then I got into check-ins. After I got through that, I edited my video, yesterday's training session, which you probably would have watched by the time you're watching this if you watch all of my videos. But if not, it was a video uploaded just before this one. So it's been a pretty solid day. Really tired, I'll be honest. I'm very tired. So I'm looking forward to sleep tonight, to be honest. No check-ins tomorrow, no kind of scheduled appointments tomorrow, no consults booked in for tomorrow, so it'll be a bit of a cruisy day. I'll be able to just rest up, recover, and I've got to train legs tomorrow too, so I can conserve my energy for that session, I suppose. And I'm actually meant to be catching up with a couple of friends from the gym here to go to this gaming store, local gaming store. I don't know if you've ever played Magic the Gathering, but it's like a card game. It's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh, but not gay. So I'll be playing that most likely tomorrow. Heading to a local game store to do that with a couple of the guys and stuff from here. So yeah, that's pretty much what's on the agenda. Oh, and the fiance and I, we might be seeing a movie tomorrow night. I think The Beekeeper just came out recently, and she's pretty keen to see that. I'm keen to see it, so we might hit up the movies tomorrow night. We'll see how we go, how we're going time-wise. But that's pretty much, yeah, how my day's been, how tomorrow's looking. Not that it's really important, but I just figured I'd talk about something. When it comes to the session tonight, back's feeling good, so I reckon it'll go pretty well. I think I'll hit some PBs, but we'll wait and see, I suppose. So see you guys in there for the session. All right. So just did a warm-up set. Feels pretty good. Surprisingly, compared to how my shoulders have felt lately, it felt really good. Because I'd say about probably 3-4 weeks ago, I started pinning my rear delts instead of my side delts. And so I've noticed that, like, just getting used to the post-injection pain in that site, it's been throwing me off a little bit with my delt training, I guess you could say. But now it's starting to feel good. The tenderness isn't as kind of potent, so it's pretty good in that regard. But a little bit higher in reps today, so doing 47.7 kilo, which is technically down a plate from last week, but I'm going to be aiming for the higher end of the rep range, 15 to 20 reps per set instead of 10 to 15, so should be pretty suitable for that. Okay. Festivals didn't go half bad. Technically it's a bit hard to track whether I hit a PB or not because I did a different load to last week, but I did more reps. In terms of effort, proximity from failure, I still went about 1 or 2 reps shy failure, so I'd say I've at least matched last week. I wouldn't say I've PB'd or anything though. So, wide grip pull down last week, I got 120 for 3 sets of 15, so that was technically above the rep range. It's meant to be an 8 to 12 rep range, so I'm going to go up to 140 and aim for, well, 8 to 12 reps, but 1 to 2 reps shy failure. If I exceed the rep range again, I'll have to escalate the weight on the second set, but we'll see how it goes. Second set. I'm actually going to lower this 1 notch. Felt like I was kind of coming off the seat a little bit too much. So, should sort the problem out too. With this specific like pull down variant, I'm not trying to hit the lats or anything like that. I'm just trying to hit the teres. So I like to pre-exhaust the teres before I do more of like a lat biased pull down. I just find it helps me kind of get more focus on the lats or direct more attention to them. I get a better connection if I pre-exhaust one of the other big movers, and because the teres and the lat are synergists in a lot of actions at the shoulder blade, if you pre-fatigue one, you're going to feel another one a little bit more. So that's pretty much the reason for it. So yeah, I'll do 1 more set of these and then it'll be the underhand grip. The not wide but not narrow, it's kind of like shoulder width underhand grip pull down. I'm gonna go 140 on this week as well, so it's 20 pound up from last week for the underhand grip as well. Thought it'd be fun to wear pants to the gym, and boy am I regretting my decision now. On the biceps. Just get the machine settings right. And the load right as well. So what did we do last week? 50 for 12, 11 to 12 reps. So that's what I'm aiming to beat this week. Yeah, let's do it. Just skip a bit of song. All right, let's do it. that set didn't go too bad. It's pretty decent. 14 reps, so definitely a few reps up from last week, which is good. Especially seeing as I'm trying to prioritize arm development this training phase, or this growth phase, I should say. And considering it's the last body part to train in this session that I've hit a PB on it, that's pretty decent. At least I think it is, so yeah, do another set and hopefully get close to, if not, actually to 14 reps. Whoa. Oh. 13, not bad. When it comes to preacher curls, I'm pretty certain, no, I'm absolutely certain, I've touched on this in a previous video before, but whether you've actually seen that video or not, that's another question, so I figure I'll just cover it again, given that I'm on the preacher curl machine and it's relevant. Where I see a lot of people go wrong when they're using this is they'll get their shoulders shrugging and they'll have their elbows kind of flaring, their shoulders internally rotating. And instead of being kind of locked in position with the humerus against the arm support pad, they have this like elevation, this elevating shit going on. Then their hands kind of like rotate inwards, their arms kind of rotate inwards at the shoulder, and you get this weird kind of like, I'm trying to be too big for the machine kind of look with the curl, and you're not really hitting the biceps that effectively then. I mean, you hit the brachialis, you still hit the biceps, but just not as effectively as if you were to just lock the upper arm in place, keep a slight bit of like external rotation at the shoulders, so you're keeping those elbows kind of like rotated inwards. Or I should say the elbow pits rotated outwards, the actual elbows rotated inwards. So instead of like this and doing that, you lock the elbows in, keep the shoulders down, avoid that like elevation or shrugging of the shoulders, that scapular elevation. So I want to avoid that and then do the set. One exercise to go. You probably guessed it if you watched the last week's training. Cable quads.